All right, House of Payne fans. My goodness. Now, this okay, I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself here, but I was happy when I saw this episode title and synopsis, not because of what it contains because it's a serious matter, but I'm happy because I'm like, holy crap, is season 10 of House of Payne going back to the roots of the original series on TBS, where even though there's the comedic aspect of the series, it tells compelling stories as well as covering serious topics. And I have to say, this qualifies. So make sure you take a moment to hit the like button to show you like the video. So hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, because we are closing in on 175,000 subscribers. Follow me on my social media accounts for the groups I run, the Instagram page, yada yada. All that stuff's in the description box. And most importantly, remember, with a bunch of shows coming back this week, then the haves and the have-nots next week, and then Sisters the week after that, you want to make sure you're aware when I post content to the channel. So hit the bell icon and select all. That way you know when I post. But let me just put it to you bluntly. If you don't hit the bell icon, you might want to check the channel on a daily basis, because I'm going to be posting a lot with all these shows coming back. But we're talking House of Payne Season 10, Episode 3, all lumped together. During a routine mammogram, a lump is found in Ella's breast. Holy crap. Could this be a potential sign of cancer? And then the back half is, and we know this based off the preview for the season, Malik may lose his scholarship while helping take care of his family, because in the preview, I think that it was Lisa telling Malik, how come you didn't tell me you got arrested? No. I'm on academic probation. And this makes me excited. Let's talk about the Malik stuff, because of the fact that it goes back to a video I did around the time we got the trailer for the season, and I'm like, wow, depending on how long CJ's injured and stuff like that, Malik trying to take care of Lisa and go to school, will he need to step up and take more responsibilities with his father, obviously not able to function the way he used to until he gets better. So will this cause him to deal with a lot more stress, more responsibilities, taking care of his siblings, and all the while juggling school and a baby mama? And it looks like, as someone who worked for a university for like 3 years and, was on the phone helping students out, this stuff is real. It's like when you're in school, regardless of your age, if you're a college, quote unquote, the average college age student, someone who's fresh out of high school, you start college, or even if you're an adult, it's been 10, 15, 20 plus years since you've been in school, but you decide to go back to school to get a degree in order to help you get more pay or even a better job. Life is so unpredictable. It's like one phone call, just one situation can turn things upside down, where you're doing well in school and maybe you have a job, a relationship, maybe even a kid, but you're able to manage. Like, you're juggling those things, but you're able to succeed. But at the same time, that one thing, somebody can randomly throw you an extra ball to juggle when you're not looking, and then now make you fumble. Either you get used to the new ball to juggle, or you have to drop one of the ones you were already juggling. In Malik's case, it seems his academics are going to suffer because of everything going on. And my biggest hope for this upcoming season is like they kind of lay off Malik and don't give him so much crap, because even though he wasn't one of my favorites last season, because how he was portrayed to be overly snarky, sassy, and disrespectful, there were also times when he was being mature, trying to compromise. He was even though him and Lisa got into a lot of fights, go back, well, then again, I wouldn't advise going back to season 9 for any House of Payne viewer. Go back, and pretty much in all those fights and whatnot, Malik tries to be the voice of reason. Malik tries to initiate compromise, but Lisa's the one who's stubborn, and then she'll go talk with like Ella or Miranda or whoever else, and behind her back they'll be like, man, Lisa's a piece of work, but then all of a sudden they'll believe Lisa, and then they'll all give Malik the stink eye, and then he has to deal with the shit. So hopefully, this definitely shows that, okay, Malik just needs to step it up. But at the same time, people kind of need to lay off because it's just interesting to look at the dynamic of young people in school where their whole lives are flipped upside down because of family situations. Now, going back to the first part, this could be one of two things, like this could indeed mean we're going through a arc of Ella and dealing with health, and the potential cancer she might have. Or this could be one of those things where the lump is something that's played up to be a joke. Not that cancer is a joke, but you know what I mean? Where there have been, I remember an episode of My Wife and Kids when I think Lou Rawls, you'll never find, boom, 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 boom. That's one of the episodes I remember more. Matter of fact, when I was at home last week, there was like a mini My Wife and Kids marathon on some channel, and that was one of the episodes. And I think that what's that called? Gastro. It's basically when they put the camera up your butt, to check your something. I don't know. Well, basically, is it gastro? I know the damn word because my parents had that, when I was younger, and I remember being in the waiting room at the hospital, and then they told me what it was. I'm like, and it's like, yeah, when you get older, you have to get it. I'm like, but basically when they put the camera up your butt, and he didn't want to do it. Michael didn't want to do it because I think his initial test showed that there was something that needed to be checked out. Like his routine checkup, there was an x-ray and it was like, oh my gosh, we need to, go inside of you to check to see if it's anything serious. So he eventually got the exam, but it turned out to be nothing more than like a popcorn kernel. So, that was the whole thing. It was a serious health issue, basically raising awareness, but at the same time, it kind of played it off. Oh yeah, this main character, nothing seriously wrong with them, but it just showed like the stress of these kind of exams. So I am interested to see where they're going with this because I feel like this could be a good storyline for Ella in regards of her quote unquote potentially not doing so well in a health exam because of the lump during a mammogram. But perhaps this will show an even greater exam of her faith in God. So this could be it's hard for me to even get the words out of my mouth because season 9 just left such a bad taste on my tongue. It appears that we are going back to the roots of covering serious topics and making the show worthy of watching. It feels like we're not watching as Medea would say, caricatures of the characters, but we're seeing these characters as relatable things we go through in our real lives, and there might be some comedic value to it as well as some spiritual elements to take into account regarding faith. But at the end of the day, the Paynes are a family, and even though the house might be full of pain, no pun intended, they're able to make it through it because they have faith and they're a family. So hopefully season 10 will really get back to the nitty gritty of what made this show great. Thanks to everyone who submitted this synopsis to me. And I'm pretty sure as we go through the calendar, more titles and synopsis will be released. So again, hope everyone has a great day. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait for fast forward to August, September. I need some fall weather. This 90-degree crap ain't for me. I know some people love the beach and going out on what. No, I'll prefer frigid, light sweater weather than sweating to death, even though that means it's you got to really work out because you're sweating off, calories, but whatever. So, yeah, hopefully this episode synopsis, hopefully the episode lives up to the synopsis where this whole thing isn't played up with I don't know, Curtis or somebody making jokes for 15 minutes. Let's make this great. Let's make this great. All right, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. It's not mandatory, but very much appreciated. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video.